Top 25 Systems Administrator Interview Questions and Answers. In the competitive field of IT, systems administrators play a critical role in maintaining and managing an organization's infrastructure. This video presents the top 25 interview questions commonly asked in systems administrator interviews, along with clear and concise answers. Preparing for an interview can be daunting, especially with the technical knowledge required for systems administration. By reviewing these questions and answers, candidates can enhance their confidence and readiness for their upcoming interviews in this vital area of technology. 1. Can you describe your experience with managing and configuring servers in a production environment? In my previous roles, I managed various server environments, including both physical and virtual servers. I configured servers for optimal performance, ensuring they met application requirements and security standards. This involved setting up operating systems, configuring network settings, and implementing monitoring tools. I also handled regular maintenance tasks such as updates and patch management. My experience includes troubleshooting server issues quickly to minimize downtime and working collaboratively with teams to deploy new applications in production, ensuring a seamless transition with minimal disruption. 2. How do you approach troubleshooting a system that is experiencing performance issues? When troubleshooting system performance issues, I begin by gathering data to identify the problem's scope. This includes checking system logs, monitoring CPU, memory, and disk usage, and utilizing performance monitoring tools. I prioritize isolating the root cause by conducting tests, such as load testing or simulating user activity, to reproduce the issue. Collaboration with team members may also be necessary to gain insights. Once the cause is identified, I implement a solution, monitor the system post-fix, and document the process to ensure clarity for future reference. 3. What steps do you take to ensure system security and data integrity? To ensure system security and data integrity, I implement multiple layers of security measures. First, I conduct regular vulnerability assessments and penetration testing to identify potential weaknesses. Second, I enforce strict access controls, ensuring only authorized personnel have access to sensitive data. Third, I utilize encryption for data at rest and in transit. Additionally, I maintain an updated firewall and intrusion detection systems for continuous monitoring. Regular backups are scheduled to protect against data loss, and I implement patch management to keep systems updated. Training staff on security best practices is also essential. 4. Can you explain the difference between a static IP address and a dynamic IP address? A static IP address is an unchanging address assigned to a device, ensuring it always has the same identifier on the network. This is beneficial for hosting servers or services that require consistent access. In contrast, a dynamic IP address is temporarily assigned from a pool of addresses by a DHCP server. This means the address can change over time, which is more efficient for devices that don't need a permanent address. Dynamic addresses conserve IP address space and simplify the management of devices on a network, as they can be automatically allocated and deallocated as needed. 5. How do you handle software updates and patch management in your environment? In my environment, I prioritize software updates and patch management by first assessing the criticality of updates. I maintain an inventory of all software and systems, monitoring vendor announcements for security patches and feature updates. Once identified, I test updates in a staging environment to evaluate their impact. After successful testing, I schedule the deployment during off-peak hours to minimize disruption. I also ensure proper documentation and rollback procedures are in place. Regular audits are conducted to verify compliance and effectiveness of the patch management process, ensuring systems remain secure and functional. 6. Describe a time when you had to implement a backup and recovery solution. What was your process? When tasked with implementing a backup and recovery solution for critical data, I first conducted a thorough assessment of the existing data landscape. This involved identifying key data assets and understanding the business requirements for recovery time and point objectives. I selected a combination of on-site and cloud-based solutions for redundancy. After configuring automated backups, I established a regular testing schedule for recovery procedures to ensure data integrity. Training staff on the new processes was also essential, ensuring everyone was familiar with the backup and recovery protocols in case of an emergency. 7. What tools do you use for monitoring system performance and availability? In my experience, I use a combination of tools for monitoring system performance and availability. Prominent among them are Nagios and Zabbix, which provide real-time alerts for system metrics and uptime. I also utilize Grafana for visualizing performance data and making it easier to identify trends. For cloud environments, tools like AWS CloudWatch and Azure Monitor are invaluable for tracking resource usage and application health. Additionally, I occasionally employ ELK Stack for log management and analysis, ensuring that I can correlate events and troubleshoot issues effectively. 8. How do you prioritize tasks when managing multiple systems and projects? When managing multiple systems and projects, I first assess the urgency and impact of each task. I categorize them into critical, high, medium, and low priority based on deadlines, stakeholder requirements, and potential risks. Next, I utilize tools like Kanban boards or task management software to visualize progress and keep track of tasks. Daily or weekly check-ins help ensure alignment with team goals and allow for adjustments as priorities shift. Regular communication with stakeholders is vital to clarify expectations and maintain focus on high-impact activities. 9. Can you explain the concept of virtualization and its benefits in a server environment? Virtualization is the process of creating a virtual version of a resource, such as a server, storage device, or network, rather than using physical hardware. It allows multiple virtual machines, VMS, to run on a single physical server, each operating independently. This technology improves resource utilization, reduces hardware costs, simplifies management, and enhances disaster recovery options. Additionally, virtualization enables quick deployment of new environments and applications, facilitates testing and development, and provides greater flexibility in scaling resources based on demand. 10. Describe your experience with cloud services and how you have integrated them into your infrastructure. In my previous roles, I have worked extensively with cloud services such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. I have migrated on-premises applications to the cloud, optimizing performance and cost efficiency. This involved assessing workloads, selecting appropriate cloud services, and implementing secure access controls. I also integrated cloud-based storage solutions for data backup and disaster recovery, ensuring seamless connectivity with on-premises systems. My experience includes automating deployment processes using infrastructure as code, which enhanced our agility in managing resources and scaling applications as needed. 11. How do you ensure compliance with industry regulations and standards in your systems? Ensuring compliance involves a multifaceted approach. First, I conduct regular audits and assessments to identify areas that require alignment with regulations. Next, I implement policies and procedures based on the specific standards relevant to our industry, such as GDPR or HIPAA. Training staff on compliance requirements is crucial, so I organize workshops and provide resources. Additionally, I utilize tools for monitoring and reporting compliance status, ensuring that we can quickly address any issues. Engaging with legal and compliance teams further strengthens our adherence to necessary regulations. 12. Can you discuss a challenging technical problem you faced and how you resolved it? A challenging technical problem I encountered involved a critical server experiencing frequent crashes, impacting business operations. I began by analyzing system logs and resource usage to identify potential causes. It became evident that a memory leak in a recently updated application was the culprit. I rolled back the update temporarily, restoring stability. Then, I collaborated with the development team to resolve the memory leak. After thorough testing, we redeployed the updated application. Implementing a more rigorous change management process ensured that future updates would be vetted more effectively, reducing the risk of similar issues. 13. What scripting languages are you familiar with, and how have you used them in your work? I am familiar with several scripting languages, including Python, Bash, and PowerShell. Python has been particularly useful for automating repetitive tasks, such as data parsing and system monitoring. I have used Bash scripts for managing server configurations and automating backups on Linux systems. PowerShell is invaluable in Windows environments for managing Active Directory, performing bulk user modifications, and automating system updates. Each language has its strengths, allowing me to tailor solutions based on the specific requirements of the task at hand. 14. How do you stay current with new technologies and trends in system administration? Staying current with new technologies and trends in system administration requires a multifaceted approach. I regularly follow industry blogs, such as those from major tech companies and thought leaders, to gain insights into emerging tools and practices. Participating in webinars and online courses helps deepen my understanding of specific technologies. I also engage with online communities and forums where professionals share experiences and solutions. Attending conferences allows for networking and learning from experts. Experimenting in lab environments enables hands-on experience with new tools and practices. 15. Describe your experience with Active Directory and user management. Active Directory, AD, has been a cornerstone of my experience in user management. I have managed user accounts, including creation, modification, and deletion, ensuring adherence to security policies. My role involved implementing group policies to enforce security settings and manage user access to resources. I've utilized AD for role-based access control, streamlining user permissions based on job functions. Additionally, I have experience in troubleshooting authentication issues and performing regular audits to ensure compliance with organizational standards. This has enhanced both security and operational efficiency in our environment. 16. How do you handle user support requests and ensure timely resolution? Handling user support requests involves maintaining a systematic approach. First, I prioritize requests based on urgency and impact on business operations. I use a ticketing system to track and manage requests, ensuring nothing gets overlooked. Communication is key. I keep users informed of progress, providing updates and estimated resolution times. I encourage users to provide detailed information about their issues, which aids in quicker diagnosis. After resolution, I follow up to ensure satisfaction and gather feedback for process improvement. This approach minimizes downtime and enhances user experience. 17. Can you explain the role of DNS in network management? DNS, or Domain Name System, acts as the phonebook of the Internet, translating human-friendly domain names into IP addresses that computers use to identify each other. This system is crucial for network management as it helps ensure that users can access resources using easily memorable names instead of numeric IP addresses. DNS also plays a vital role in load balancing, redundancy, and failover mechanisms. By managing domain records, administrators can control how traffic is routed, enhancing performance and reliability. Proper DNS configuration can significantly reduce latency and improve user experience. 18. What is your approach to documenting system configurations and procedures? Documenting system configurations and procedures is essential for maintaining operational efficiency. My approach begins with creating a standardized template that includes sections for system specifications, configurations, and procedures for routine tasks. I ensure that documentation is clear and concise, using diagrams where necessary to illustrate complex setups. Regular reviews and updates are scheduled to reflect any changes in the system. I also encourage team collaboration, allowing input from colleagues to enhance accuracy and comprehensiveness. This practice improves knowledge sharing and helps onboard new team members effectively. 19. How do you manage and monitor network traffic to prevent bottlenecks? Managing and monitoring network traffic involves several key strategies. First, implementing quality of service (QoS) policies helps prioritize critical applications over less important ones, ensuring that essential services receive adequate bandwidth. Regularly analyzing traffic patterns through network monitoring tools allows for the identification of potential bottlenecks before they become problematic. Additionally, utilizing load balancers can distribute traffic evenly across multiple servers, preventing any single point from becoming overwhelmed. Lastly, maintaining an inventory of devices and connections helps in troubleshooting and optimizing network performance effectively. 20. Describe a situation where you had to work collaboratively with other teams. How did you ensure effective communication? In a recent project, I collaborated with the network and database teams to deploy a new application. We held regular meetings to discuss progress and challenges, using a shared project management tool for transparency. I initiated a group chat for quick updates and questions, ensuring everyone was aligned. We also established clear roles and responsibilities, which helped prevent misunderstandings. By fostering an open environment where team members felt comfortable sharing ideas and concerns, we achieved our objectives efficiently and on schedule, enhancing inter-team relationships. 21. What strategies do you use to manage system capacity and scalability? To effectively manage system capacity and scalability, I begin by assessing current resource utilization and performance metrics through monitoring tools. I implement predictive analytics to forecast future needs based on historical data and usage patterns. Leveraging virtualization and cloud infrastructure allows for dynamic scaling, ensuring resources can be adjusted as demand fluctuates. Additionally, I create a tiered architecture that can accommodate growth, while regularly reviewing and optimizing existing systems for efficiency. Collaboration with stakeholders helps align capacity planning with business objectives. 22. Can you explain the importance of firewalls and how you configure them? Firewalls play a crucial role in network security by monitoring and controlling incoming and outgoing traffic based on predetermined security rules. They help prevent unauthorized access and protect sensitive data from cyber threats. When configuring firewalls, I begin by defining security policies that align with organizational requirements. This includes specifying allowed and blocked traffic, setting up rules based on IP addresses and protocols, and implementing intrusion detection systems. Regularly updating firewall rules and conducting security assessments ensure the firewall remains effective against evolving threats. 23. How do you handle incidents and outages to minimize downtime? When handling incidents and outages, I follow a structured incident response plan. First, I assess the situation to determine the scope and impact of the issue. Communication is critical, so I inform stakeholders of the situation and expected timelines. Next, I prioritize the incident and mobilize the necessary resources to address it. Utilizing monitoring tools, I identify the root cause and implement a fix while documenting each step. After resolving the issue, I conduct a post-incident review to analyze what went wrong and how we can prevent similar occurrences in the future. This proactive approach minimizes downtime and enhances system reliability. 24. Describe your experience with automation tools and how they have improved your workflow. Automation tools have significantly streamlined my workflow by reducing manual tasks and minimizing errors. I have experience using tools like Ansible and Puppet for configuration management, which allow for consistent deployments across multiple servers. These tools enable me to automate repetitive tasks such as software installations and updates, freeing up time for more strategic projects. Additionally, I utilize scripting languages like Python for custom automation solutions, enhancing efficiency and ensuring that systems remain compliant with organizational policies. The result has been faster turnaround times and improved reliability in system administration tasks. 25. How do you approach training and mentoring junior staff in system administration practices? Training and mentoring junior staff begins with understanding their current skills and identifying areas for improvement. I prioritize hands-on learning by involving them in real projects, encouraging them to take ownership of specific tasks under supervision. Regular check-ins and feedback sessions help reinforce their learning and address any concerns. I also promote knowledge sharing through documentation and team meetings, fostering an environment where questions are welcomed. By utilizing practical examples and encouraging critical thinking, I aim to build their confidence and competence in system administration. In this video, we've explored the top 25 systems administrator interview questions and their answers, equipping you with the knowledge you need to excel in your next interview. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting your career, understanding these questions will help you demonstrate your skills and confidence. If you found this information valuable, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful content. Your support helps us create more resources to guide you on your professional journey. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your interviews.